Life is but a stage. And now, on with the show.
Our story begins on a magnificent bridge as a young man spots a bright-eyed girl gazing out upon the water. They fall in love instantly. He is Romeo of the noble house of Montague. She is Juliet of the esteemed house of Capulet. Regrettably, their families have been feuding for generations, with no sign of their hatred diminishing.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou willest it, I shall cast aside mine.
Call me but love, Juliet. And what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Oh, I love thee, Romeo.
Yes, and I thee, Juliet. Even in the cold embrace of death, we will be together.
No, Romeo. Thou must livest with me until time itself expires.
But the stars have other plans in mind. A humble man of the cloth, Friar Lawrence, takes pity on the youths and comes to Juliet with an idea.
Friar Lawrence, I am to be wed to a man I do not love. Is there no escape, no ploy to bring Romeo and I together as one?
Take thou this vial, and drink thou off. For 42 hours thou shalt go stiff and stark and cold, like death. Find thou this courage, and after thou art borne to the crypt, thou shalt rise again and be with Romeo.
Give me, oh, tell not me of fear.
Alas, the letter that was to inform Romeo of their plan is lost en route by the messenger. After Juliet's servant Balthazar tells Romeo of her death, he sneaks into her family crypt, racked with grief.
Oh, my love! Death had had no power yet upon thy beauty. Why? Why must it be like this? And yet never again shall I gaze into those deep pools that are thine eyes. Thus with a kiss I die. May we meet again in a world untouched by strife. Here's to my love.
In his sorrow, Romeo takes a deadly poison and breathes his last breath. Then, and only then, does Juliet wake.
Romeo, it cannot be. Gone from me, and wherefore, oh churl? Shall I never hear my name dance from thy lips again? But now, we can be together.
Soon after, word of the young lovers' death reached their quarreling families. Although the tragedy brought the feud to a close, poor Romeo and Juliet would never know it.
Welcome, good patrons, one and all.
Fine. Little Red Riding Hood went to visit her sweet grandmother with some cake and wine.
Oh, grandmother, grandmother, why are you abed?
Come closer, child, so I may get a good look at your face.
Grandmother, grandmother, what big ears you have!
The better to hear you with, my dear.
Grandmother, grandmother, what big eyes you have!
The better to see you with, my dear.
Grandmother, grandmother, what a big mouth you have!
But of course. The better to eat you with, my dear.
And so, poor Red Riding Hood was gobbled up by the wolf, who, with a very full stomach, fell sound asleep.
Hark! What is all that raucous snoring? Foul wolf! How dreadful! But perhaps it is not too late.
Not again.
And so, a hunter who chanced upon the cottage saved Red Riding Hood and her grandmother from the belly of the wolf.
Thank you, brave hunter!
You're welcome. That beast will trouble you no more.
Oh, my dear, sweet girl. No more moseying off on your own, you hear me?
Yes, grandmother.
And now, on with the show.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful, kind-hearted, and super lucky girl named Cinderella. Oh, Mother! After Cinderella's mother died... Oh, you'll be okay, Cinderella. Her father's new wife and the woman's daughters moved into their home. But Cinderella's stepmother was cruel, and her stepsisters jealous of the girl's beauty.
Cinderella? Cinderella, finish that cleaning at once, and then you can wash the dishes. There is much work to do, and I will not tolerate your laziness.
Look at those filthy clothes. But I suppose they're perfect for a kitchen maid like you.
Filthy, filthy Cinderella, all covered in grime and ashes.
Then, one day, the prince of the kingdom proclaimed he was throwing a ball. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters attended in their finest clothes, but they refused to take the poor girl along. Before the weeping child's eyes appeared a fairy! Ooh, what a twist!
Cry no more, Cinderella. I shall give you the most lovely dress and a pumpkin carriage and mice for coachmen. Then you can go to the ball.
Really? Oh, thank you!
However, remember this. The magic will wear off at midnight. So hurry home, okay?
And with that, the fairy gave Cinderella her final present, a beautiful pair of glass slippers. Cinderella was the center of attention at the ball. Even the prince was captivated by her beauty. What a splendid evening! But it will soon be midnight. I must away!
Wait, fair maiden, for I find myself captivated by your beauty.
The prince picked up the glass slipper and vowed to find the young woman to whom it belonged.
That's my slipper, all right. It's certain to fit.
You must make it fit, darling.
But neither of the cruel stepsisters were able to get the slipper on.
There's no way that Cinderella could have attended that ball in those dirty rags. Filthy, filthy Cinderella.
But lo and behold, when Cinderella tried the slipper on, it was a perfect fit. And so Cinderella and the prince were wed, and they lived happily ever after. It doesn't get better than that.
And now, on with the show.
There once was a donkey who had grown too old to work. His owner had a mind to stop feeding him, so the donkey had no choice but to run away. Thinking he could get hired as a musician, he set out for town. Along the road, he met an old dog.
Hey, you! What's wrong, huh? You look super tired. I was sent away for being too long in the tooth to hunt no more. Well, I have an idea. Why don't you come to town with me, and we'll become musicians together?
So that's exactly what the two of them did, aye. And further up the road, they met a cat too old to catch mice, and a rooster soon to be someone's supper. Soon, their band of two was a band of four.
My word! I haven't walked this far in ages! These days, I spend more time rolling about beside the stove.
Goodness, look at that! I see light coming from those windows. Let's ask if we can stay the night.
Great idea. Let's take a load off and have a jam session. Not so fast, lads!
When the four animals peered into the house, they saw a band of robbers sitting down to a mouth-watering feast.
Meh, another successful day, hey, boys?
Those criminals, why do they get to eat but not us?
I'd give anything to sink my teeth into that feast. I'm starving!
Is there no way to scare them off? Okay, I know just what to do.
And what a delightful idea it was! The animals wasted no time in giving it a try. The dog climbed onto the donkey's back, the cat climbed onto the dog's back, and the rooster climbed onto the cat's back.
Okay, everyone. All together now. Let's go. Hee-haw! Bark, bark! Bark, bark!
Meow.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hey, hey, hey! Barkity, bark, bark! Barkity, bark!
Meow. 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 Meow.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Wah! It's a monster!
Startled, the thieves fled for their lives and never returned again. The four animals, pleased with their yummy prize and cozy house, forgot about music and decided to settle down for good.
Welcome, good patrons, one and all.
Life's joys are fleeting and ephemeral. Even the most mundane of moments can be recognized as meaningful when viewed again in the gallery we call memories. So this is the tale of Isha, the brilliant, kind, and decidedly generous young mayor, who along with her merry companions, revitalized the town of New Nevea.
Not so fast, you! The barrows are treacherous. You mustn't go inside.
Blah, blah, blah. Just try and stop, CJ. Go ahead, try.
Well, that's not very nice.
Fairly sure I played a bigger role in this story, mate. Leave it to me, Isha.
The three of them started out like oil, water, and something else that doesn't go with oil or water. But in time, they became fast friends.
Follow my lead.
The treasure is just ahead. Don't give up, team.
I was there too, you know. I think I deserve more lines.
Yes, it was a tale of action, adventure, but also heartwarming moments.
Wow, Isha. You're such a great cook on top of everything else.
Why, thank you. A delicacy from the haven of New Nevea itself. They're inexpensive, but quite delicious.
I never truly lived until I delivered this to my stomach.
Everybody should visit New Nevea so they can stuff themselves silly.
And then, at long last, a final showdown with their nemesis.
Go ahead and stop me if you think you have what it takes.
Stand back, everyone. You have done enough already. I must face him alone, even if it costs me my life.
What are you saying? You promised we'd be together always.
That's right. You said we'd make it out of here alive and have a full-course feast back in New Nevea.
Enough. Have you resigned yourself to your fate?
Do your worst, fell sorcerer. In the name of love and justice and the holy sword Astra, I will vanquish thee. Oh, what fun!
Gasp! Whatever will become of Isha and her merry companions? If you want to know how their story ends, then book a trip today to the land of dreams and adventure, New Nevea. Gorge yourself on fine cuisine, take in the breathtaking scenery, receive free stamps? Don't know what that's about. Brought to you by the New Nevea Restoration Bureau.
The stage is always set.